Parents, what threat did you eliminate silently? When Emma came home from the park with a plastic bracelet, pink and purple beads, one of those stretchy homemade ones kids make, I thought nothing of it. She held it up proudly like it was treasure. "Look what I got!" "Cute," I said. "Where'd you get it?" "Mr. Kinley gave it to me," she beamed. Everything inside me froze. Mr. Kinley, our neighbor. I'd never introduced her to him. The guy barely spoke to anyone. He'd lived next door for 2 years, never had visitors, didn't even get pizza delivered. The kind of neighbor who waves with 2 fingers and disappears into his house. Mid-50s. Always wearing pressed slacks and polos like he worked at a bank that didn't exist. Super polite, super neat, but his house gave me weird vibes. Curtains drawn 24/7, windows shut, even in the summer. Perfect lawn, perfect hedges, not a leaf out of place. I knelt down. "Where did he give this to you?" She got quiet. "Behind the tennis courts." I asked, "Were there other kids there?" She shook her head, then she whispered it. "He said it was our little secret." I smiled and nodded, but I swear to God I couldn't hear anything after that. It was like all the noise drained out of the world. That night I couldn't sleep. I lay awake staring at the ceiling, picturing this man telling my daughter to keep secrets. At 2 a.m., I went to the window. Kinley came out his door wearing gloves, walked to his car, popped the trunk. He carried out 3 boxes, taped shut, uniform size, tossed them in, shut the trunk, and drove off. No lights on in his house. I watched until he came back an hour later, trunk empty. Next morning, I called in sick. I hadn't missed a day in 3 years. I walked to the park. Behind the tennis courts was a wooded spot. Kids used to play hide and seek there before they outgrew it. I pushed through the brush and almost missed it. Tucked behind a tree was a wooden crate, like something out of a horror movie. Inside, a soft blue blanket, 2 empty candy wrappers, a crumpled water bottle, some rope, and zip ties. I couldn't move for a full minute. Took pictures. Every angle. I didn't touch anything. I didn't call the police yet, because if I was wrong, and this was something innocent, I didn't want to start a war with a neighbor over assumptions, but I needed to know. I called Jorge, old college buddy, ex-military, now worked private security, surveillance gear, legal gray zones. He was my guy. I showed him the photos. He nodded. "We watch." So we did. We parked his surveillance van down the street at night, tinted windows, cameras rolling. Kinley had a routine. House dark by 10 p.m. Every night, like clockwork, he came out around 2 a.m., loading those same taped boxes into his car. Always wore gloves. Never took the same route twice. Dumped the boxes in different dumpsters around town. Laundromats, behind strip malls, once behind an abandoned vet clinic. On the 5th night, Jorge trailed him on a bike with a GoPro on his chest. "Whatever's in those boxes," Jorge told me. "He doesn't want anyone to know." So Friday night, I sat down at my computer, wrote a letter. "We know about the crate behind the tennis courts. We have photos of your nightly deliveries and box dumps. We know you gave a bracelet to a child and told her it was a secret. If you approach another child again, every photo, every detail goes to the police, the news, and every mailbox on this street. You are being watched." I printed it, no name, sealed it in a plain envelope, dropped it in his mailbox Saturday morning. By Sunday afternoon, there was a for sale sign in his yard. 2 weeks later, a moving truck came. He loaded it himself. No eye contact. Didn't say a word to any neighbor. His windows stayed shut to the end. He was gone in 3 days. Emma asked me once why Mr. Kinley moved away so suddenly. "Some people just decide they want to live somewhere else," I told her. She shrugged and went back to her dolls.